Gino Palazzolo from 90 Day, The Last Resort has started dating again, and his new girlfriend bears a striking resemblance to his estranged wife, Jasmine Pineda. Gino began a relationship with Jasmine in 2020, despite recognizing red flags, in the hope that things would improve. In 2024, Gino and Jasmine joined 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2 to receive therapy, discussing the lack of intimacy in their marriage and deciding to explore an open marriage. By early 2025, Jasmine announced that she was pregnant with her friend, Matt. This led to Gino and Jasmine ending their relationship, Gino filming a scene with his new love interest. The footage showed the Michigan native standing with a filming crew, talking to a woman who bore a striking resemblance to Jasmine, wearing a black dress with her hair down. The Instagram blogger wrote, Gino was spotted filming the single life again with the same Jasmine doppelganger and was spotted by a fan. The blogger revealed that a 90 Day Fiancé fan captured the scene while on a downtown Detroit boat tour. The behind-the-scenes footage of Gino suggests that he has found a new love interest and is ready to move on from his previous relationship with Jasmine. He isn't dwelling on the past but is hopeful for the future. Interestingly, his new girlfriend shares a striking resemblance to his ex, suggesting that he may have a type when it comes to women. It's also possible that Gino is flaunting his new relationship to provoke Jasmine, who has confessed to being possessive. Perhaps he is trying to make a statement to Jasmine by showing off his new girlfriend following their separation. This isn't the first time Gino has been seen filming in Detroit. His multiple sightings in the city suggest he may be returning to the franchise, possibly in 90 Day, The Single Life Season 5, without his ex-wife. Moreover, it seems Gino is already dating other women even before his divorce is finalized. He will be seeking new relationships and trying to find love once again. It'll be interesting to see Jasmine's reaction to Gino's return to the show, and whether she will be jealous of him dating other women or relieved that their relationship is over. While it's positive to see Gino start dating again, it's surprising to see him with someone who resembles his former wife, Jasmine. Jasmine had mentioned that Gino was no longer attracted to her and had expressed dissatisfaction with the lack of intimacy in their marriage. Gino had also made negative comments about Jasmine's physical appearance on the show. Gino dating someone who resembles Jasmine could indicate that he is still attracted to her physical features. Perhaps it was Jasmine's behavior that turned off the 90 Day, The Last Resort alum, not her appearance. Papers. Sophie has decided she'll only return to the UK if she ever chooses to have children. These days, Sophie is happily splitting her time between favorite cities like Austin and Los Angeles, while jetting off for Caribbean getaways whenever she pleases. Her luxury lifestyle has sparked speculation among fans, including rumors of a sugar daddy, fueled by Jasmine Pineda on The Last Resort. Sophie quickly shut those claims down. She funds her life through her OnlyFans and a new business venture in the US, though some fans still question how she affords a posh Austin apartment on her own. Sophie has no shortage of admirers. Men, women, and even prison inmates regularly slide into her DMs. With a thriving adult modeling career and steady income from social media brand deals, Sophie is clearly doing well for herself. She can easily treat herself to luxury vacations and seems to be living her best life. Lately, she's been proudly declaring her single status. And while she may not be looking to settle down anytime soon, the 90 Day Fiancé star is all about enjoying the moment and having a little fun along the way. Nothing about 90 Day Fiancé couple Matt and Ammani Jalassi's throuple partner Eni Aguirre is as it seems. Ammani and Matt from San Diego looked like any other regular couple with their 2 daughters upon their 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 introduction. However, they soon revealed that they were in a throuple relationship with a stripper they'd met in Mexico. Matt and Ammani had known 37-year-old Eni for a year and were thinking of getting married to her. This involved Matt and Ammani sabotaging their own marriage as they were going to divorce, so one of them could marry Eni. Matt and Ammani wished to bring Eni to the US on a K-1 visa. They also wanted to get Eni's kids to the country. While Ammani and Matt were ready to make this sacrifice, Eni was playing mind games with them. Eni slept with Matt behind Ammani's back and later told Ammani she only loved her and not Matt. Eni had also not introduced Matt and Ammani to her kids. Any suspicious behavior made Ammani want to dig deeper into her past. The American couple contacted Annie's ex-boyfriend named Ray to find out more about her. In episode 13, Matt and Ammani sat down with Ray, Annie's most recent ex, and uncovered even more shocking details. Ray revealed that Annie never told him she was in a serious relationship with both Ammani and Matt. He only found out through social media. Ray and Annie had been together throughout 2022 and only broke up in December 2023, just before Christmas. He also shared that they opened a joint bank account to help Annie deposit US dollars, but since the account was based in the US, it had to be under Ray's name. Ray had even met all of Annie's children. He passingly mentioned Annie, as Brenda, and added, Ammani was disappointed that she'd found Annie's name was Brenda through Annie's ex-boyfriend. Annie had a completely different legal name that she had mentioned to Ammani and Matt for a year. Ammani didn't know how to look at Annie anymore and call her Brenda. To her, it felt like she didn't know the person she was dating anymore. Ammani and Matt had come to Mexico to propose to Annie at the end of it. Annie broke down in tears the moment Ammani called her by her real name, clearly upset that Ray had revealed it without her consent. Furious, she told Ray that she had wanted to share that information on her own terms. She explained, claiming it was her way of protecting herself. That's when it hit Ammani that she had never booked a flight for Annie or seen any ID revealing her actual name. Even more puzzling, Annie goes by Haney Aguirre on Instagram, raising more questions about her identity. Ammani and Matt made a smart move by meeting up with Ray, who dropped a major truth bomb. Annie was still legally married. Her divorce hadn't been finalized, which came as a shock. Back when Annie was with Ray, he had even consulted a lawyer to help her get a green card, but it wasn't possible due to her unresolved marital status. Ironically, Ammani and Matt had been considering divorcing each other to marry Annie, unaware she wasn't divorced herself. When Ray later backtracked, saying he may have misunderstood, Ammani was left confused and unsure who to trust anymore. Annie had already dropped a major bombshell that her family had no idea she was in a throuple with Matt and Ammani. While the couple had plans to propose, Annie told her brother that Matt was just her boyfriend and Ammani was only a friend, hiding the truth about their relationship. On top of that, Matt suspected Annie was still in contact with her former clients and possibly seeing them, despite being committed to the throuple. With all her secrets unraveling on 90 Day Fiancé, it's unlikely Matt and Ammani will go through with the proposal in Season 11. Sarpergy might have fans thinking he's gone from bad boy to dream guy, but not everyone's buying the transformation. The 90 Day Fiancé star made waves on The Other Way Season 5 with Shekinah Garner, showing off his over-the-top confidence and controlling habits. From constantly reminding Shekinah that he's been with over 2,500 women to nitpicking Shekinah's appearance and weight, Sarper raised more than a few eyebrows. He may be turning on the charm now, but is it a real change or just a cleverly polished act? Sarper insulted Shekinah in front of her sister, and during an argument that reportedly turned physical, he even pulled out Shekinah's hair. His vanity was not the only red flag. There were many others that Shekinah chose to ignore. Despite his behavior, she agreed to marry him and brought him to the U.S. Once in America, Sarper seemed to adopt a new persona. He suddenly became more likable to fans, while Shekinah began to appear controlling. This drastic shift raised questions. Was Sarper's transformation genuine, or was it something he had planned all along? Sarper had his first stand-up comedy show in America in episode 13 and was full of confidence. With a colorful past and no work permit yet, he figured open mics were a good way to share his experiences and maybe earn some laughs. But Shekinah had her doubts, warning him that what he found funny might not land the same way with an audience. She was right. Sarper's jokes, loaded with awkward sexual innuendos, fell flat. To make matters worse, he took an unnecessary jab at Dan, who had shown up just to support him. Shekinah felt embarrassed by Sarper's unnecessary dig at Dan and wanted the awkward situation and the show to be over. While she tried to stay supportive, she made it clear that her friends were like her chosen family, especially since she had a strained relationship with her biological family. Dan was someone she deeply valued. She warned Sarper that if her friends started to dislike him, it would cause serious problems in their relationship. Shekinah had been down that road before with exes who clashed with her inner circle and, as she put it was hell to deal with. Sarper had a good time in Montana meeting Shekinah's family. He somehow managed to impress them and seemingly also fooled them into believing he had changed. However, once they came back to Los Angeles, Sarper got into a major argument with Shekinah over practically nothing. He called her useless and said that Interestingly, these events may have been filmed a year ago. Sarper is still in America, and from the looks of it, he is thriving. Now that he has a work permit, Shekinah seems to have helped him get a job that he enjoys in Hollywood. Sarper does something called a boot laugh, which is a 1-hour non-stop dance and workout session with comedy, exercise, and dance. Sarper has made Los Angeles his home, and he fits right in, suggesting that all his homesickness and threats about leaving were just him creating drama. Sarper made the environment in Shekinah's house tense and awkward. She took him to some parties in LA to make him feel comfortable. However, things got bad when Sarper had one of his bad moods. Sarper did not acknowledge Shekinah making such huge adjustments to her life for him to live with her. She packed her entire workspace and moved it out to a different space. Shekinah couldn't even leave during arguments because Sarper was in America now, and he knew Shekinah would have nowhere to escape to. Still, it's 90-day fiancé Sarper who somehow gets all the sympathy.